Tonight, we would like to honor the parents of our players. We would like to thank you for all the sacrifice, dedication, and support you have provided for our players, not only this season, but throughout their basketball career. Players, when your name is called, you will please meet your parents in the stands. First, the C squad. Number 4, Josh Wallstrom. Parents Val and Chris Wallstrom. Number 20, Carson Savage, Heather and Darren Goodall. Number 31, Dominic Ramos, Melissa and Roberto Ramos. Number 14, Cody Bertram, Deb Birch and Lee Bertram. Number 33, Preston Graham, Tamara Jackson and David Jackson. Number 4, Aiden Rademacher, Aaron and Jessica Rademacher. Number 1, Taylor Piper, parents Doug and Jamie Piper. Number 32, Ashton Schwinghammer, parents Davis and Amber Schwinghammer. Number 13, Cameron Hiltner, parents Lee Hiltner and Andrea Hiltner. Number 12, Owen Rarian, parents Lee and Heather Rarian. Number 30, Toby Hansen, parents Tyler and Heather Hansen. And number 34, Charles Powers, mother Misty Powers. And now the varsity. Number 1, Caden Piper, Doug and Jamie Piper. Number 4, Tanner Shelton, parents John and Sarah Shelton. Number 14, Sam Maskey, parents Mike and Lisa Maskey. Number 21, Luke Dingman, parents Matthew and Josie Dingman. Number 22, Katie Daru, parents Aaron and Sarah Daru. Number 24, Brady Schwinghammer, parents Darren and Marcy Schwinghammer. Number 31, Hayden Soviak, Eric and Rosie Schoenberg, and Adam and Tessa Gregory. Number 32, Luke Vegas, Pat and Abby Ilias, and Jen and Steph Sable. Number 33, Matthew Walls, Steve and Doris Walls. Number 34, Donovan Koenig, parents Mike and Jackie Koenig. Number 35, Jameson Reed, parents Jake and Dante Reed. And number 44, Jordan Haircock, parents Kurt and Michelle Haircock. Tonight is also senior night. We would like to now honor our seniors and their parents. Please meet your parents and line up along the sideline. Kylie Winter, parents Kelly and Jackie Winter. Paige Ruck, parents Phil and Don Ruck. Nate Wallstrom, parents Barb Wallstrom and Clay Wallstrom. Number 2, Brady Birch, parents Deb and Dion Birch. Number 3, Will Van Beck, parents Corey and Erica Van Beck. Number 11, Gannon Walsh, parents Patrick and Nancy Walsh. Number 13, Ashton Dingman, parents Matthew and Josie Dingman. Unable to attend tonight, number 20, Easton Hagen, parents Nathan and Sarah Hagen. And number 23, Gavin Campson, parents Corey and Tracy Campson. These seniors have positively contributed in so many ways to our basketball program throughout their careers. We appreciate all of your hard work, leadership, and dedication to help become who we are as a team today. Seniors and parents, thank you for all you have done for us.
Josie Knutson is good. Nice penetration, Luke Dingman into Andrew Weller.
It's there.
Yeah, there we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Central Minnesota Conference matchup between the visiting Paynesville Bulldogs and the Belgrade Bruton El Rosa Jaguars. First, let's meet the Bulldogs from Paynesville. Starting off, junior number 10, Eli Nelson. Junior number 12, Grayson Fuchs. Senior number 15, Chase Meyer. Junior number 22, Max Ottman. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Paynesville Bulldogs is junior number 35, Blake Pung. The Bulldogs come into this matchup with an overall record of 14-9 and a conference record of 8-3. Their last game was played last Thursday against Maple Lake, and they took down the Irish 78-28. Now, let's meet the Belgrade Bruton El Rosa Jaguars. Starting at guard, junior number 1, Caden Piper. Starting at guard, senior number 3, Will Van Beck. Also starting at guard for the Jaguars is senior number 11, Gannon Walsh. Starting at forward for the Jaguars is senior number 13, Ashton Dingman. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Jaguars is sophomore guard number 21, Luke Dingman. The Jaguars are currently ranked number 2 in the QRF rankings in all of Class A. They come into this matchup with an overall record of 19-3 and a conference record of 10-1. Their last game was also played last Thursday in Royalton, and the Royals pushed them to the brink, and the Jaguars came away with a gutsy road win there, 62-57. Just watching that game, it was definitely more of a playoff atmosphere, and right now this gym is built the way it is. It's gonna be a good one tonight. Big crowd on hand for parents and senior night here as we get ready for this crosstown rivalry between the Jaguars and the Bulldogs. It'll be Beyer and Luke Dingman to tip it off. Jags wearing their home grays, Paynesville in their white and green aways. And we get a little mishap there, and Luke Dingman comes away with it. Will Van Beck controls the offense for this Jaguars team. Paynesville coming out in a little man here. Caden Piper up top, gets a screen from Ashton Dingman, swings it over to Gannon Walsh. looking to get it down low. Ashton Dingman's got it in the low post, kicks it back out to Will Van Beck. Up top, Caden Piper, they're switching everything as Paynesville. Will Van Beck drives, kicks it out, Ashton Dingman. He's got Caden Piper in the corner, 3 no good. Gannon Walsh flies in for the offensive rebound nicely. Wow, what a pass down low by Ashton Dingman. Luke Dingman wasn't even ready for that pass. No-look pass gets the Jaguars on the board. Luke Dingman's got his first bucket of the night. Jaguars coming out in a little man-to-man full court press here. Dead ball in the corner. Chase Byer picked it up. Caden Piper all over him. Gets it down to the corner. They're trying to trap down there. Gets it to Max Ottman up top. Then swings it to Eli Nelson. Eli Nelson puts that in. Very strong with the ball in the paint there by Eli Nelson. He puts that layup in for 2 and ties the game up here. Luke Dingman now driving baseline like he likes to do. Will Van Beck for 3, no good. Ashton Dingman jumped a little too early on that rebound, and it'll go back to the Bulldogs. A good look there from Will Van Beck off the pass from Luke Dingman, just couldn't get it to go. Again, the full court press, they get it in. Chase Byer flips it up. And that bucket is in. That's Blake Pung, his first bucket of the night, and the Bulldogs have their first lead. Will Van Beck coming off the high screen, can't get the floater to go. Rebound to Chase Byer. Paynesville likes to run here. Max Ottman gets it up. Chase Byer for 3 at the top of the corner. That's no good. Blake Pung goes all the way through, and nobody boxed out, and nobody went to grab the ball for BBE, and Blake Pung says, I'll take that rebound and put it back up, and he gets fouled. That's going to go on Luke Dingman. That'll be his first, team's first. And Pung will go to the line to shoot 2. The standings in the Central Minnesota Conference look like this. Jaguars leading the way with a 10-1 record in the conference. Paynesville does fall behind them 8-3. They're in second place. Eden Valley, a team the Jaguars just beat, they're sitting at 8-4, and Kimball comes in with a 6-4. So they still got a couple games to be played, but the Jaguars really control their own destiny as Blake Pung goes 0 for 2 at the line. And the Jaguars have the ball back. So we'll see if in this half-court offense, we'll see what the Jaguars can do. Luke Dingman turns over his left, shy shooting with his left, no good. Caden Piper's shot, no good. And a couple offensive rebounds now by the Jaguars. Caden Piper drives in, and it's going to be on the floor. And we're going to get the foul called here. We'll see who that goes on. That's going to go on number 12. That's on junior Grayson Fuchs. That'll be his first, team's first. Luke Dingman now driving on Blake Pung. Ashton Dingman for 3. He doesn't need much room. Little forced shot there. No good. And the rebound to the Paynesville Bulldogs. Byer just going all the way in, and that's going to be a travel. Tried to jump stop there, and his momentum took him a little too much and took an extra step. So it'll be a turnover here. Pretty fast-paced game on our hands between these two teams, trying to establish the pace. Caden Piper now drives on the baseline, no good. Gannon Walsh with the little offensive rebound on the left side, and he tips that home. And here come the Bulldogs. Luke Dingman tips that pass away from Ottman. And it's a 50-50 ball, then stolen by Ottman in the corner, and he finds Eli Nelson down in the low post and puts that in for an easy bucket. So Luke Dingman almost had a steal there, but Paynesville did a nice job of recovering there and getting a bucket out of it. Luke Dingman now working the low post. He turns, puts that in. Luke Dingman's getting a lot of touches down in that post. It's definitely something that they're trying to do, as a lot of the defense attention is going to Ashton Dingman when he comes down to the post. So he's drawing himself out and letting his little brother do the work down there. Skip pass in the corner. Grayson Fuchs got it. He drives, tried going behind the back, it looked like. Tipped, gets it over. Ottman now driving. Kicks it out to Grayson Fuchs up top. Dead ball here. Thought it was a double dribble there, but the shot goes up by Ottman. That's no good, and the Jaguars trying to push, and there's Grayson Fuchs stealing that away from Caden Piper. Good defense there from Grayson Fuchs, coming all the way back and taking that from the hands. Now Eli Nelson's got it, working on Will Van Beck in the post. Will doesn't see much post defense. Did a good job there. That shot just didn't fall by Eli Nelson, and the Jaguars now push it up. Luke Dingman thought about 3 there with Blake Pung right on him. Caden Piper now driving. That's too hard. Ashton Dingman there on the weak side, and he puts that in. So a lot of these offensive rebounds are leading to a lot of points for the Jaguars. Usually they have a hard time rebounding, especially on the defensive end, but they're crashing offensive boards hard here tonight, and it's really showing. Blake Pong working on Dingman. Swings it up top. Nelson over to Fuchs. Thought about 3, working on Gannon Walsh. He drives anyways. Gannon Walsh, good defense there, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs, but good, like I said, good defense there from Gannon Walsh on that drive. Number 11, Gus Johnson, along with number 25, Bennett Evans, checking in for the Bulldogs, as Tanner Shelton, a junior for the Jaguars, and senior Gavin Campson check in as well. That missed pass there from Bennett Evans falls right in the hands of Ashton Dingman. Ashton's got all of the Bulldogs around him and still puts it in with the left hand off the fast break. His second bucket pushes the lead to 4. Eli Nelson tried handing it off there to Byer. Piper was there on the defensive stop there. Chase Byer now jump stops there nicely. That's exactly what he was trying to do that first time when he just lost his footing there and traveled, but he put that one in, and he's got his first bucket of the night and cuts the lead back to 2. Now the Jaguars in the offensive end here. Ashton Dingman with all the room to work with. He turns and puts that in. Bennett Evans just didn't even put a hand up on Ashton Dingman, and you got to have a hand up on him at all times when he's got the ball. It's a quick release, and it's a high release too. He doesn't need much room. Ottman over to Byer in the wing. And up top, Gus Johnson will work against Tanner Shelton. We'll get a little set play here from Paynesville. And Will Van Beck does what he does best and disrupts that pass there on the little handoff. There's the backdoor cut. Chase Byers got in the low post, and he handles himself nicely down there and puts it off the glass. He's got another bucket, pushes his point total up to 4 on the night, and the lead is back down to 2. Eli Nelson all over Tanner Shelton there. As they switch, you're going to find a lot of mismatches, but you're also going to find a mismatch with the Jaguars trying to go. Another offensive rebound leads to Caden Piper, slashing the hole and gets the and one. Caden Piper's first bucket of the night, averaging well in double digits. Gets his first bucket to go, and that foul is going to go on Chase Byer, the senior for Paynesville. That's his first, as Ashton will take a seat and Luke will check back in for him. As Caden Piper will go to the line to shoot the and one. As he sinks that, we're going to get another sub here as Isaac Schultz checks in. He's a junior for this Paynesville Bulldog team. Jaguars falling in a little 2-3 zone here now. We'll see how Paynesville reacts to this. Schultz up top, swings it over to Nelson. Trying to get to that high post. They get it to Ottman. He's a little in an awkward spot there. Gavin Campson went for the steal, and now they have to recover, and they do nicely. They couldn't get it down low. That help side from Luke Dingman and Tanner Shelton kept the Bulldogs out of the paint there. Good defensive possession here. We'll see what Paynesville's going to do here. Steps into, looked like a shot from Gus Johnson, decided to pass it up. Grayson Fuchs now drives baseline, has that pass sail, and I thought that ball was tipped right away, and it wasn't so. A good defensive possession there leads to a turnover from Paynesville, and the Jaguars have a chance of capitalizing and pushing their lead even further. 5 points right now is the biggest lead of the night for Jaguars, as that pass was picked for the second. Ottman saved it. Luke Dingman now gets a setup for an easy 3, leaves that one short. Caden Piper, another offensive rebound, and puts that in. Caden Piper is all over the offensive boards along with his teammates, and Chris Anderson likes what he's seeing from his team, and Paynesville will call a timeout here. Jaguars leading at 17-10 with 10:45 left to go. We'll be back after this. So we're back here at the Belgrade Brittenell Rosa Elementary Gym. Like to give a shout out to some former players in this matchup going. We got Grady Grant Fuchs and Scooter Goose from Paynesville and Jackson Peter from BBE all watching it together in St. Cloud. Glad to have you boys watching. It should be a good one, as I believe that was Schultz couldn't get that to go on the roll, but thanks for watching, boys, and hopefully it's a good one for you guys to watch. Will Van Beck working on Nelson, picks up his dribble. Ashton Dingman's got it at the top of the little free throw line, and like I said, you gotta have a hand up on him at all times. He just shot right over the defender there and put that in. He's got 8. And good defense again. Little block there. As Gannon Walsh will check back in for this Jaguars team. Grayson Fuchs gets it up to Schultz. Now over to Ottman. Fuchs in the corner again, working on Walsh. And that pass found its way into Will Van Beck's hands for the steal. Gannon Walsh with the drive and the nice finish there. And the Jaguars got an 11-point lead here over the Bulldogs. I know the first time that these two teams met back in January, the 20th to be exact, the Jaguars just had got Ashton Dingman back that game, and they lit up the scores table or the scorebook, and they dropped 81 on Paynesville and ended up winning the game 81-50. But the Jaguars shot lights out, and it was just a fun game to watch. But you definitely know that Paynesville had a couple guys out, so it's going to be a different game tonight. But the Jaguars are coming out on firing on all cylinders here. Here's a 3. That one's no good. Off the rebound there from Isaac Schultz. Ashton Dingman flies in for the rebound. And the Jaguars will take over in the offensive zone. Luke Dingman up top. Will Van Beck's now got it. Ottman working on him. Like I said, Paynesville switching everything. Gannon Walsh had the open shot there. Leaves it off for Luke Dingman as Ashton. And Ottman's coming behind. Lucky to get that poke there. Luke goes up all the way in and finishes. No call on the contact there on the charge attempt by Isaac Schultz, but shot goes in, and there's a nice drive there. Gus Johnson just left that one short. Had a good look at the hoop there, just left it short, as I said. Ashton Dingman now's got it. Max Ottman guarding him. Skip pass over to Gannon Walsh. Gavin Campson now on the slash there, and the Jaguars are just doing a really good job of being patient and making good passes, as their lead has now bounced all the way up to 15 with 8:28 to go. Jaguars lead at 25-10. We'll be back after this. And we're back here coming out of the second called timeout by Paynesville. We'll see what they have to go against this Jaguars defense that's been all over the Bulldogs to start it here in the first 10 minutes of this first half. Getting it down low to Blake Pung. He turns, fires, and that one bounces in. So the scoring drought stops there as Blake Pung gets his second bucket. And now we'll see if the defensive intensity picks up a little bit and see if Paynesville can get a few stops here against this Jaguars offense that has just been pretty lights out. They've been playing a pretty complete game. Gannon Walsh throws that one right at the defenders. Lucky to get that one back. Will Van Beck with Grayson Fuchs on him in the corner. Luke Dingman now at the top. Those Dingmans really like that free throw shot. Another offensive rebound falls in the hands of Ashton Dingman on the baseline. He just couldn't get that to go. A weird angle there. And we're going to get a travel here. Isaac Schultz was going to pass it there, decided not to, and then didn't dribble, so he took an extra step. So another turnover there caused by that Jaguars defense that's been really, really strong all night so far. We'll see if they can keep up all this intensity, though. Ashton Dingman draws 3 Paynesville defenders, kicks it out to Caden Piper, wide open look, and he almost was too wide open there. Grayson Fuchs gets that one poked away by Will Van Beck. Baseball pass up to Caden Piper. Caden now driving all the way in, and they're going to get a foul there on the arm is going to be the call on Gus Johnson. That was good defense there, but just pressed too much and got him on the arm. Caden will go to the line to shoot 2. As he leaves that one short, Tanner Shelton checking back in for the Jaguars. Eli Nelson checks in for Isaac Schultz for the Bulldogs. One for 2 is Piper. 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. There's a little flare screen. The shot no good. And Gus Johnson had the positioning there to grab that rebound, but jumped a little too early and flung the ball out of bounds. So it'll go back to the Jaguars. Will Van Beck and Gannon Walsh take a seat. Brady Birch and I believe Luke Dingman check back in. Luke goes all the way in. That's going to be a charge. So that'll go on Luke Dingman. That'll be his second foul. He'll check back to the bench. Gavin Campson checks in for him. As the Jaguars fall back out of their press. Up 14 here with just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Jaguars really got to keep the pressure on. They get another steal there. Chase Beyer that was riding Caden Piper on the backside. Brady Birch shot about 3 there, sets up, leaves it off for Piper in the corner, and the Jaguars will now work it around. Brady Birch gets it down low. Tanner Shelton, he gets that one blocked by Blake Pung. Tanner Shelton's got good post moves, but Blake Pung definitely the taller player, standing at 6'5", as Tanner, he stands at 6'2". Now the Jaguars working around. Tanner Shelton takes a 3. He puts that in. He doesn't shoot many of them, but if you can get him hot, that'd be good for the Jaguars, just spreading out. There's so many scoring outlets on this Jaguars team. It's hard to guard all of them. Chase Beyer now working against Piper. Out to Grayson Fuchs, driving on Brady Birch. Gets it out. Chase Beyer now again. Gets it down low to Blake Pung on the entry pass. And here's going to be a 3. Nicely set up. Gus Johnson, no good. Had the open look. The shots just aren't falling here. Paynesville starting to get these open looks, and if they do start going down, it's going to be a different game here. Caden Piper gets that one poked away by, I believe it was Eli Nelson. And here come the Bulldogs. Grayson Fuchs gets too far underneath. Gus Johnson, another 3 right there, just no good. The follow-up there from Blake Pung is up and good, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Jaguars now. 5:21 to go, Jaguars 29, Paynesville Bulldogs 14. Coming out of the timeout here 5:21 to go. Jaguars by 15. Full court press here. Will Van Beck, Ashton Dingman, Gannon Walsh, Tanner Shelton, Gavin Campson on the floor. Bennett Evans, Max Ottman, Eli Nelson, Chase Beyer, and Isaac Schultz on the floor for the Bulldogs. As the Jaguars get another bucket, Tanner Shelton gets his second bucket of the night. And the lead is up to 17. And good poked away pass there. There's a three there. Chase Beyer, no good. Rebound all the way out to Will Van Beck. He goes all the way in. And we're going to get a reach-in foul. That's going to go on Eli Nelson. That'll be his first, team's fourth. And it'll be on the sideline here. Caden Piper will check back in for Gavin Campson. Lob pass up to Caden Piper. He didn't go for the lob finish there, but comes down and controls himself and puts it in. He's not back on the scoreboard yet, so I'm not sure how many he's got, but I think he might have broke double digits with that bucket there. Three again from the corner, just off. Ottman comes back, almost steals the ball there from Tanner Shelton. Tanner Shelton now with the cut there. Ashton Dingman finds him, and the Jaguars are firing on all cylinders here. It's a fun team to watch when they look like this. They've got a lot of good cuts, and their defensive presence is just well known. And Gannon Walsh couldn't get it to go, but everyone in the world kind of in the gym thought it was a foul there, but got to play on, and that's what Paynesville does, and they come back down the court, and it's going to be a foul, and Bennett Evans will go to the line to shoot two. That foul is going to go on Caden Piper. That'll be his first. Team's third of the half. As that one rattles home. Tanner Shelton checks out as Gavin Campson goes back in. Grayson Fuchs comes back in for Isaac Schultz. Paynesville, a fairly young team considering they only have three seniors on their roster, but a herd of juniors and a couple sophomores is what they work with. Unlike the Jaguars, they got 6 seniors to lead their push here. This team has been playing together for a long time, so this is the time to do it. Caden Piper gets a screen up top from Dingman. Gavin Campson gets it down. Ashton Dingman on the baseline. He turns and puts that in. He's got 10. Blake Pung gets it over to Fuchs, then swings it around. Beyer then goes to Nelson in the corner, now down low. Blake Pung working on Dingman, no good. Gavin Campson with the rebound. Gets it up to Ashton now. Ashton working his way, looking for a cutter, goes cross court to Caden Piper. Caden Piper on the baseline, finishes. Good looking passing there from the Jaguars. They're just playing unselfish basketball right now and sharing the ball really well. Nelson driving on the baseline. And the defense kind of fell apart there, and Blake Pung just couldn't get that in. Ashton Dingman gets it over. Gannon Walsh in the corner. That's his spot. Gannon Walsh for 3. He's got 7 points, and the Jaguars are now leading the Bulldogs 42-16 as we're going to get another timeout here in this first half. 2:37 to go. We'll be back after this. Jaguars looking like the team that they could be potentially be, and they're putting it to Paynesville right now. Paynesville obviously not a bad team at all, but Jaguars are definitely owning them right now in this first half, but you still got to play 2 halves, and you still got to finish this half out. So we'll see if the Jaguars can keep this intensity level, and we'll see if Paynesville can come out of that timeout with a little more gusto here as Nelson working against Will Van Beck, leaves it off for Fuchs. Now Ottman trying to get it down low to Pung. Dingman doing a good job down there. As Nelson just gets that rip from the back by Ashton Dingman. Caden Piper now on the fast break, lays that one up and in. 44-16 now. Grayson Fuchs, he'll take a 3. That one goes deep off the back of the iron. And Gavin Campson with another rebound. Will Van Beck gets a double screen there, leaves it off for Ashton. Thought about 3, thought about the step back there, and now they're going to get a travel called there. Ashton was stepping for the pass, just stepped early there. As Will Van Beck needed to check out here, we'll see what. Hopefully he's good. So Tanner Shelton will check in for him. And Will runs down the hallway to the locker room. We'll see. Blake Pung gets it over. He thought Grayson Fuchs was coming all the way up. Just some errant passes here from Paynesville. You can't do that against this tough D against the Jaguars here, but we'll see. Caden Piper's now going to have to handle the ball here for the Jaguars. Will Van Beck, usually the guy that controls the offense, so to speak, for this team. Ashton Dingman over to Tanner Shelton, guarded by Johnson. Gavin Campson then swings it down low. Ashton Dingman on the baseline, no good. Couple of teammates fighting for that. It's going to stay with the Jaguars as we go under a minute, but for a second there, it was Caden Piper and Ashton Dingman fighting for their own offensive rebound. Campson gets it in to Dingman, flips it out. Gavin Campson now drives. He'll go into the guy. No call on the contact, and Ottman swings it up now. Gus Johnson on the baseline. He puts that up, no good. And Ashton Dingman saves it for a second, gets it to Gavin Campson, and the Jaguars will settle down here with Caden Piper bringing the ball up. Under 30 seconds to go in this first half. That's been all Jaguars, 44-16. Piper gets it over to Shelton. Gannon Walsh has got it up top. And now Caden Piper will come to get it. And we'll see what set play the Jaguars have to run here, as we're going to get a foul on Eli Nelson with just under 7 seconds to go here. His second foul, team's 5th of the half. So 7 seconds to go here. Jaguars got to move. Caden Piper leaves it off. Tanner Shelton, 3, gets blocked by Blake Pung. And there's 0.4 of a second for the Jaguars to see if they can get up a shot. Not enough time for a quick catch and shoot. We'll see if the Jaguars try for a little lob here, or what they decide. Gannon Walsh ends up getting it away in the corner. That's a spot. He did get a quick release off, but that falls no good, and the Jaguars will take what they can get off that first half. 44-16, all Jaguars. We'll see what the second half has to bring. After this break, we'll be back for second half action. We're back here at the Belgrade Bruton Rosa Elementary Gym as we're getting all ready and set up for the second half. Jaguars dominated the first half, 44 points. Caden Piper leading all scorers with 12. Ashton Dingman behind him with 10. Leading scorer for Paynesville in that first half was Blake Pung with his 6 points. We'll see if Paynesville comes out and shows a little more. I think they've got a lot more to show here than the scoreboard shows right now. We'll see if they can prove that here. Byer swings it over to Nelson, trying to get it down low to Blake Pung, the leading scorer for Paynesville in that first half. Gets it up. Good post move there. Good defense, a better move there than the post, and he's got 8. More full court press. Gets it up to the Jaguars. Break that nicely. And Will Van Beck will set up the offense here. Will Van Beck in the corner now will drive. He'll get it all Caden Piper. And that pass, I think he just lost it in his hand and tried pushing it out to Ashton Dingman. He was wide open for 3 if that pass would have connected. But it's a turnover and a good defensive possession there for Paynesville to open up. You aren't going to get all these points back at one time. You may as well start chipping away and playing the defense and scoring when you got them. And that's going to be a foul there on Will Van Beck on the drive by Chase Byer. That'll be Will Van Beck's first foul. Team's first. And Chase Byer puts that one in on the baseline. He's got 6. Lead now 24. Foul there. That's going to go on Chase Byer. That's going to be his second. Now a 3, Gannon Walsh, no good. Grayson Fuchs throws that baseball pass up. Stolen there by Will Van Beck. Gannon Walsh now over to Luke Dingman, over to his brother Ashton in the wing, and he puts that in. That is some great passing there. Luke could have easily shoveled it to going to his right there, but saw his brother on the cross court and got it to him, and that's a shot you want. Now down low, Eli Nelson couldn't get that to go. Good defense there. That pass, or that ball was punched out to Chase Byer, and he puts that up, and he's now up to 8 points. Will Van Beck now working against this press. Nelson guarding him. Luke Dingman now punching his way. Goes high off the glass. No good. Good defense down there by Blake Pung. And Caden Piper thought he had a steal there and went for the offensive zone transition. There's a steal there, punched away, and we're going to get a jump ball. And the possession will go to the Jaguars. Update from Eden Valley Watkins. The Belgrade Bruton Rosa Jaguar girls basketball team holds a 19-10 lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half. That's a big conference game for the girls standings in the Central Minnesota Conference as Ashton Dingman fires another 3, no good. That one's tipped out. Gannon Walsh controls that at the top of the key and gets it over to Will Van Beck. Jaguars now reset here. Caden Piper guarded by Gus Johnson on the top. Gets it to Luke Dingman. He goes through and maneuvers nicely through the defense and puts that in, and he's got 8. Eli Nelson now swings it up quickly to Ottman. Now Pung gets it to Johnson on the wing. Good passing there, leads to Eli Nelson, 3-pointer. That one's no good, and the ball is flipped up by Will Van Beck up to Caden Piper. Caden Piper goes with the right hand, sweeping, and puts it in. Caden's got 14. 51-22. Ottman thought about stepping into that 3-pointer. Now Johnson in the corner. Grayson Fuchs flips it over to Ottman. Jaguars in this 2-3 zone. Paynesville's really got to get it into that free throw line in that middle of the zone here. That they do with Grayson Fuchs. Then a kick out. Ottman takes one dribble and then decides to kick it out. Nelson now spin move there. Tried to get to the cutting Johnson, tipped up in the air, kept by Paynesville. Grayson Fuchs turned away nicely from that steal attempt by Luke Dingman. Good defensive possession here. Paynesville's being patient. They're doing a good job on the offensive end, but the Jaguars not letting anything in the middle of that zone. They're doing a really good job here. Now here's Eli Nelson driving in. Now it's going to be a foul. That's probably going to go on Luke Dingman, and that it does. Ashton had it set up. I mean, he was there. Luke he wants to go for that ball so bad, and he just came in. Oh, they're actually going to get Ashton Dingman on that one. So lucky for the Jaguars is Luke's got 2 fouls already, but they're going to get Ashton Dingman, who was playing pretty good defense, but we're going to get some subs here. Bennett Evans in for Fuchs. Chase Byer back in. That free throw no good. Campson and Shelton in for Piper and Walsh for the Jaguars. Will Van Beck now guarded by Gus Johnson up top, swings it over Tanner Shelton. Open for a second. Now Dingman guarded by Byer. Campson in the corner and gets that picked up and worked around nicely. Ashton Dingman working down low. Now Luke Dingman driving, puts it up nicely and floats that one in on the baseline. And that puts Luke into double digits with 10. 3 Jaguars in double digits now as we're in the early parts of the second half here. And that's going to be a kick ball there. Chase Byer trying to get it into Bennett Evans in that high post. Luke tall and lanky kicked that one as he'll get pushed back down. Ashton Dingman checks out. Luke will now go man the middle as Piper comes back in. Chase Byer for 3 at the top of the key. That's no good. Gavin Campson, good rebound there. He's really got good timing on those rebounds, and he'll go up and get that ball. Caden Piper up to Luke Dingman. Luke Dingman lucky to keep that ball alive off that pass, almost stolen by the Bulldogs. Will Van Beck flips it to Gavin Campson. Gus Johnson on him. Thought it was a travel there by Campson as he tried getting that pass out. Gets it down low. Piper now moving. He comes down with it, and that's going to be a foul on the second shot attempt there by Caden Piper. That'll go on Gus Johnson. That'll be his second personal, team's second of the half. As Piper will go to the line to shoot 2. Piper good on the first. And Caden's got 16 points on the night, leading all scorers here. Good backdoor cut by Nelson. And puts that one in. He's got 6 now for the Bulldogs. As Piper will set up against his defense here. Little floater, no good. Gavin Campson on the offensive rebound, no good. Blocked by Chase Byer. Now Luke's got it up top. He'll drive against Bennett Evans, and he'll lay it in with the left hand, and he falls all the way down. And he's got 12. Good pass there from Evans. That one in and out completely. Luke Dingman gets that one, that rebound. As newly checked into the game for the Bulldogs is number 4, Braden Pung. As Isaac Schultz also checked back in. Luke Dingman swicks it out. Will Van Beck for 3. That one's off the back of the iron on the corner. Chase Byer with the rebound. 57-24. Just under 11 minutes to go. Good Good pass, good finish there from Chase Byer, and he's got double digits at 10. Good pass there. Gavin Campson mishandled it. Luke Dingman now in the corner. Brady Birch up top, guarded by Pung. Now Gavin Campson on the baseline. Can't get that to go, a little too hard off the glass. Brady Birch almost got that. Almost was there for that offensive rebound. But the Paynesville, and Nelson had it slip out of his hands, hit Will Van Beck, wasn't ready for it, flipped it back, and then passed it out of bounds. We'll see some new Jaguars checking in. Brady Schwinghammer for the first time checking in, along with Ashton Dingman and Gannon Walsh back into the game. Brady Schwinghammer, a junior for this Jaguars team. Good give and go there, wow. That's that connection there. Ashton gives it up to his brother Luke and cuts right to the hoop and puts that in for two. Nelson gets it to Chase Byer in the middle of the zone. Pung for three, that's no good. Luke Dingman grabs the rebound. Nelson all over him, and Luke rips it away and will control. Brady Schwinghammer now with Nelson riding him. Gets it to Piper, and Piper will set it up here. Ashton Dingman now working on Bennett Evans with the reverse layup. That's a good looking move there from the senior. He's got 17. Now Schultz for corner three, no good. Bennett Evans tracking it down, saves it, and falls in the hands of Ashton Dingman all the way up. And that's a big block there. Chase with the chase down block on Gannon Walsh. 61-26 the score, and Chase is leaving it all out there. That's a great chase down block there from Byer of the Bulldogs. As him and Nelson will check out. Fuchs and Ottman back in for the Bulldogs here. Luke Dingman guarded by Fuchs. Gets it out to Walsh in the corner. Luke had three guys on him, gets it to the corner. Ashton Dingman for three, no good, and that's going to stay with the Jaguars as Bennett Evans couldn't track down that rebound. Update from Eden Valley. At halftime, the BBE girls lead the Eden Valley Watkins Eagles 25-17. At the half, 25-17. Caden Piper now with the spin move down low. That one rolls off. Braden Pung with the rebound. Schultz trying to get it down low to Fuchs. They do for a second, then finds in the hands of Schultz again and puts that in. That's his first bucket of the night. 61-28 now with just approaching 8 minutes left here in the second half. Ashton Dingman working, leaves it off for Luke Dingman. He goes in and puts that high off the glass and puts that in with two hands. Grayson Fuchs. No call on the attempt there on the baseline, and that pass goes through, and that's going to stay with the Bulldogs. As Luke, Ashton, and Caden Piper all check out, each with just over 15 points, 16, 16, and 17 points respectively between the three. That three-headed monster is going to be tough to stop here coming. This is the time when you want to play your best basketball, and hopefully the Jaguars can continue to do what they're doing right now. As that pass goes out of bounds, and Jaguars will retain possession, or gain possession here. Walsh, Schwinghammer, Campson, Shelton, and Birch on the floor for the Jaguars here. Ottman, Evans, Fuchs, Pung, and Schultz on the floor for the Bulldogs at the moment. Gannon Walsh now slices and dices his way through and puts that up and in. Walsh has 9. Schultz trying to gets it down to Fuchs. Fuchs turns around and puts that up jumper. That one falls off. That's a good looking shot from a guard there in the post. Tanner Shelton thought about three, mishandled it. Gannon Walsh now's got it working against Bennett Evans. He'll go and he can't get that to go. Gavin Campson again on the offensive rebound. Gives his team another chance. And for a second, he saw Tanner Shelton open, but Braden Pung saw it before that. Now a good pass there up to Ottman. That's going to be an and one. That's a good finish there, absorbing the contact there, and Braden Pung, or Max Ottman will go to the line. Now Walsh and Campson check out for the Jaguars, and Bennett Evans checks out for the Bulldogs. Matthew Walls and Sam Massey, two juniors for the Jaguars, checking in, as Bryce Vanderbeek is now in for the Bulldogs, a sophomore for this Paynesville team. As the turnover gives the ball back to the Bulldogs. Schultz for three. That's good. That's the shot he's been looking for all night. He's got the looks. He just hasn't been able to convert on the shot attempts there. Sam Masti up top. Gets it to Matthew Waltz, feeding him nicely. That backdoor cut, Matthew Waltz puts that in off the feed from Massey. A good move from Ottman. He goes and he'll get fouled. He'll get fouled by Sam Masti. Junior Max Ottman will go to the line. And good at the line on the first one, as Abe Bruner comes into the game for the Bulldogs. As that second one rattles out, Brady Birch with the rebound. And we're going to get a sub timeout here. Clock will stop in order to get these subs in. Number 5, Winston Carlson, a sophomore, checking in, and number 24, Abe Bruner, along with number 21. We don't have a 21 in the book here. So checking in for the Jaguars was Jamison Reed. Carlson over to Pung, trying to get it down low to Vanderbeek. Gets them cutting Pung and puts that in for two, his first points on the board. Masti over to Reed, down low to Birch. Birch trying to scoop his way in, can't get that to go. Rebound goes to number 21. He pushes it up to Vanderbeek. And Paynesville will reset in the half court here. Pung swings it over. Vanderbeek up top. Now driving. Trying to get it down low. And now we're going to get a foul here. Called on Matthew Waltz on Abe Bruner on the baseline. Bruner out to Pung. Pung for three. That's misses everything. And now we're going to get a foul there as Vanderbeek put it up smartly as the Jaguars were trying to grab the ball. Vanderbeek no good at the line on the first. As Caden DeRue and Jordan Herkoff, along with Hayden Sobiak and Luke Ilias, are in for the Jaguars. So an all-sophomore group out there for this Jaguars team except for Jamison Reed. Caden DeRue, Hayden Sobiak's now got the ball. Luke Elias, he's a, what do they have him at listed here in the, I don't think they got him in the program yet. I think him and Hayden Sobiak are actually freshmen. Now they just got moved up. As that one just falls out of the rim. And we are down to a minute to play here in Bruton. Caden DeRue for three. That one's long. In the corner, trying to get it down low. There's a three from the top of the key, no good. Hayden Sobiak with the rebound. 45 seconds now to play. Jamison Reed up top. Gets it down low or gets it across to Sobiak. Now Luke Ilias will drive. Poked away by Vanderbeek. Pung going all the way down. Blocked by Jamison Reed. Left off nicely to Vanderbeek there. Bryce Vanderbeek, the sophomore. He's got 3 points. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, Jaguars should have this one sealed. After leading 44-16, the Jaguars do not let up in the second half. End up taking this one 67-39 over the visiting Paynesville Bulldogs. That'll push the Jaguars up to in the standings to 11-1 and could potentially clinch it depending, that does clinch the conference championship for the Jaguars. So with Paynesville dropping to 8-4 and the Jaguars, I believe, only having two games left after this one, that I believe clinches the conference championship for the Jaguars. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but the Jaguars come away with the win here. And tomorrow night we've got boys basketball home against Kimball, and we have girls basketball playing host to Kimball as well. We will be carrying the girls basketball game in Belgrade tomorrow night, but both teams are home tomorrow night. And then, that'll be their parents and senior night. So that'll do it here. Jaguars take this one 67-39 over the Paynesville Bulldogs. Have a great night.